architecture needs to change along with it. So I like to, in my architectural drawings, I like to attach my structural information so that if both of those, if I were to XREF my floor plan, let's say, into another drawing, both the architecture and structure come together and they're kind of bound together. They're stuck together. I don't have two separate XREFs that have to be managed independently and then overlaid and aligned properly. Now there's a limitation though. There's an issue there. Occasionally we have the need to do what we would call a circular XREF, and we try to avoid that, but sometimes it's necessary. Again, in the architectural realm, you might have the need to XREF a floor plan into your exterior elevations, and you might have to XREF your exterior elevations back into your floor plan and maintain both of those links. That's what we call a circular XREF. So what we'd have is then drawing B in this case, XREF back into A. And that's fine. You used to have, anybody who's been using CAD long enough has probably encountered the situation, remembers the days when drawings would be corrupted by the failure to resolve a circular XREF. AutoCAD handles circular XREFs quite well now. It can resolve those. There are still occasionally some issues that have crop up just by sheer size of the files that we're working with. On the building design side, the files tend to be a little bit smaller unless you're working with very, very large buildings. So you want to avoid, if you can, circular XREFs. And what you would do then, in order to avoid that as much as possible, is you would overlay all of your XREFs, keeping in mind then that you only get your XREF for one level of XREFing. Then you might have to go and bring in the other associated drawings independently.
The important thing there, this is Jennifer by the way, would be that make sure you are paying attention to what you are attaching versus what you are overlaying. So you don't in what Michael was mentioning, you would want your architectural and structural to stay together all the time, but you wouldn't want the 5 detail drawings that you've extracted into your drawing sheets to come along with every file that you extract that original file into. So you want to pay attention to what you're overlaying and what you're attaching. I know I've gone in and cleared out some XREF attachments that seem to follow drawings around, and you don't want to have to remove things all the time. So
it can be, it can turn into a kind of a wild goose chase sometimes once you've gone through without really paying much attention to the overlay versus attachment option, and just pick whatever is currently selected, and then later on, and I guarantee you it will happen at the